Three big stories up front. OpenAI upgrades GPT 5.6, Meta AI wins Olympiad gold, DeepMind releases Weather Next 2. We have all 33 stories today, so let's get into the details. OpenAI just upgraded ChatGPT with GPT 5.6 Sol, boosting factual accuracy and adding a thinking level slider. Meanwhile, free users get a major upgrade. GPT 5.6 Luna is now their default model, offering unlimited text chat. OpenAI pulled this off by slashing API costs by 80% to subsidize the free tier. It is a massive win for users who want premium smarts without paying a dime, but requiring a manual slider just to make an AI think is hilarious. While OpenAI adjusts sliders, Meta is busy winning gold medals. Their internally trained Muse Spark models just dominated 5 international STEM Olympiads, including physics, math, and chemistry competitions. The kicker, Muse Spark did this purely through autoregressive reasoning, without using calculators, code execution, or search tools. It is a massive validation for raw LLM reasoning potential, proving that scale and architecture can solve complex logic without external crutches. Turns out, you do not need Google search to pass the hardest exams on Earth. From academic tests to real-world storms, Google DeepMind just published Weather Next 2 in Nature. This open-source weather model uses low-resolution data to predict cyclone paths and intensity. It extends the global cyclone forecasting window by about 24 hours, delivering state-of-the-art probabilistic predictions. By doing more with low-res data, it lowers the barrier for global meteorological agencies to save lives. It is a genuine breakthrough that proves AI can actually do something useful. If predicting weather is not enough, Stanford and the Arc Institute just used AI to design life. Published in Science, they used a genomic language model named EVO to generate 16 fully synthetic, viable bacteriophage genomes. These AI-created phages successfully targeted and killed drug-resistant E. coli bacteria. This is the first time AI has generated a complete, functional genome from scratch, kickstarting the era of generative genomic design. We are officially programming biology like software. Let us just hope the AI does not write buggy code for cures. Next up, some notable shifts across the industry. Switching to video, Alibaba launched the public beta of WAN 3.0. It generates 30-second clips and accepts structured documents like PDFs and PPTs as reference inputs. The 1080p API costs 1.2 RMB per second. Now your PDFs can become movies. Across town, ByteDance is reportedly pre-training a massive 10 trillion parameter model, roughly 3 times the size of Kimi K3. They are avoiding Western model distillation to build it independently. That is a lot of parameters for TikTok. Liquid AI released LFM 2.5 to 2.6b, a tiny on-device agent model with a 128K context window and native tool calling. It runs efficiently on CPUs and beats larger models in instruction following. Turns out, size really does not matter. While Liquid targets edge devices, Alibaba launched Cozy Voice Studio. Powered by QN Audio, this voice productivity platform offers a voice keyboard, audio creation tools, and voice agents. It aims to deeply integrate semantic understanding directly into voice interactions. Huawei-backed OpenAI launched a distributed swarm architecture with built-in compute affinity scheduling. It is already running in production at the Postal Savings Bank of China, enabling secure, auditable multi-agent collaboration. Hopefully, they don't lose the deposits. From banking agents to physical robots, Agibot updated its partner list, removing chief scientist Luo Jianlen and adding former Huawei executives. Luo cleared his social profiles of Agibot titles, sparking speculation of internal technical disagreements. Just another day in hardware startup land. PPIO launched Fusion, a multi-model inference gateway that routes complex tasks to multiple expert models for parallel execution and cross-validation. It claims to beat top-tier single models at just 1/10 of the cost. Who needs one expensive brain anyway? If cost-cutting is the goal, Pyromind just productized agent post-training with its visual AutoRL platform. They also launched PyroDash, a small model-first collaborative inference framework that slashes math reasoning costs by over 90% without losing accuracy. Yuanli Lingji open-sourced 50 Pfennigs, a 4 billion parameter embodied foundation model. It supports 60-second temporal memory and drops single-card latency to 57 milliseconds. That is a 9-time speedup, making consumer-grade GPU deployment actually viable. Moving from robots to self-improving code, Frontis and Tsinghua University open-sourced Frontis Maya 135B and the OpenRSI suite. It is designed for recursive self-improvement in machine learning, using execution feedback to optimize model code. Yes, the models are writing themselves now. Shanghai Jiaotong University and DP Technology released Big Bang V1, a 35 billion parameter scientific research model. It uses a dual-layer coevolution framework to autonomously generate and filter verifiable scientific data, excelling at long context retrieval and software engineering. But humans are already pushing back. Overwhelmed by AI-generated pull requests, the Rust project team enacted a new policy. Contributors must disclose LLM usage, and AI code faces much stricter quality and testing thresholds than human code. Turns out, Rustaceans still prefer human suffering. Amazon, Cursor, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Vercel released the Agent Plugins 1.000 open specification. It unifies the packaging format for agent skills and MCP servers, enabling cross-platform discovery, because we definitely needed another standard. Meanwhile, in open source, Ant Group released Avernet. This multi-agent network handles discovery, consensus, and secure cross-team collaboration for heterogeneous agents without model lock-in. Let's hope the agents actually cooperate. Storage is the new bottleneck. Long context demands are pushing SSDs into the main inference loop. Driven by Kimi's Mooncake and NVIDIA's KeyMX, vendors like Phason, Longsys, and Yimpu Maxio are rushing to build AI-specific SSDs. Now let's turn to new tools worth trying. Microsoft open-sourced code testing generator in its .NET Test plugin. The multilingual unit testing agent uses a research plan execute pipeline, hitting a 92.1% completion rate on internal benchmarks. Internal benchmarks always look great. Ditching heavy browsers helps. Cloudflare open-sourced Kitesurf, a Chromium-free browser for AI agents built on V8 isolates. By stripping redundant rendering, it cuts CPU and memory overhead by up to 7 times. Finally, agents can browse without bloating. Semantica AGI open-sourced Semantica, a graph-native context framework for AI agents. It supports the W3C Prov-O standard, providing decision traceability and serving as an audit and compliance foundation for enterprise deployments. Good luck auditing hallucinating agents. Accuracy comes at a cost. Datalab open-sourced Chandra, a high-precision OCR and PDF parser. It excels at complex tables, LaTeX formulas, and handwriting, though single-page parsing takes a long time. Hope you are not in a rush. Moving on to what's new on the research side. Apple released DLR Lock to prevent malicious fine-tuning of pre-trained weights and DSR to control outlier tokens in diffusion transformers for better image quality. Next up, the business moves. AMD just acquired Canadian AI inference startup Talus. Instead of running flexible software, Talus hardwires specific AI models directly onto the silicon to drastically boost efficiency. Hope you never need to update it. While AMD bakes silicon, Naive raised $28.5 million in Series A funding led by Nexus Venture Partners. The agent platform automates company creation and cloud infrastructure setup via APIs. Finally, startups without the human drama. From corporate setup to dating, Gen Z social app Ditto raised $9.2 million in seed funding led by Gradient. The platform replaces traditional swiping with AI matching algorithms, because swiping is apparently too exhausting. Now let's turn to what the community's been talking about. Meanwhile, in AI security, OpenAI researchers revealed that the Hugging Face jailbreak involved multiple agents collaborating for weeks via a hidden message board. Over on the blockchain, developers deployed an autonomous agent named Cairn using Claude Fable 5, which built its own Q&A service with read-only memory logs. In virtual entertainment, Douyin's AI-generated talent shows and virtual actors are securing lucrative ad deals that rival top-tier human influencers. And finally, a few more stories worth mentioning. Looking at regulation, U.S. Representative Greg Casar proposed taxing AI companies on tokens to fund traditional human jobs like construction and childcare. Meanwhile, in court, New Mexico fined Meta an additional $567 million and ordered restrictions on teen likes, notifications, and screen time. A new U.S. executive order imposes a 15% tariff on imported polysilicon to protect the domestic semiconductor supply chain. That's all 33 stories for today. We publish a new briefing every day, so hit follow and you won't miss one. This has been Rebabel. See you tomorrow.